how to make an easy and expandable wool farm in Minecraft. These are resources you will need for this farm. So anyways, this farm is super easy to build and super easy to extend, and it will give you all the wool you would ever need in Minecraft. So anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so the first step to this farm is to break yourself a 4-block hole into the ground, pretty much like this. Then in the first block you place yourself a observer, and this observer should have the little arrow facing away from the rest of the blocks you broke, and the little face you have right here should be looking towards the rest of the blocks. So anyways, once you've done this, place yourself a dispenser facing the same way the observer is, as in the little hole on the dispenser should be facing the same way the face is, which is this way. So anyways, once you've done this, place yourself a redstone dust behind the dispenser, and then head back in front right here, and then break down these 3 blocks 2 more blocks down. So anyways, 1 2 1 2 and then 1 2. So anyways, once you've done this, place yourself a double chest in the front right here, with a hopper going into the double chest. Then you will have to head down there and place yourself a railing on top of the hopper, with a hopper minecart on top of that railing, and this is how we're going to be collecting the wool through the grass block that's going to be right here. So anyways, then fill in the first 2 blocks with the grass, and then you can place yourself a trapdoor right here. That way you can easily open it and get down to the chest, or access the chest to pick up all the wool you're going to get from this farm. So anyways, once you've done this, place yourself a temporary block in front of this dispenser, and then you will have to surround this block in a 2-block high wall. Now this kind of wall or room can be built out of any block, so dirt, grass, wood, whatever. Now I'm going to use glass for this farm simply because it is nice to watch the farm actually work. So anyways, then you surround this temporary block in a 2-block high wall of whatever you want to choose, which for me will be glass, and then once you've done that, destroy this block. So anyways, once you've done this, you just have 2 more steps. One of them is to fill up this dispenser with shares. Now one quick thing to say is that the shares will slowly run out of durability. Now that will take a while before one share breaks, but because of this I would recommend you just fill up the dispenser with quite a few shares. So anyways, once you've done that, your final step is to get yourself a sheep within this room. Now the easiest way to get a sheep within, or if you are in survival, is just to build a little staircase going up, which for example can be here, and find a sheep nearby and simply lure it into this room using either a wheat or a lead. But anyway, since I'm in creative, I'm just gonna spawn one in right here, and once you've gotten yourself a sheep within this room, the farm is done. Now I'm gonna show you how to expand this very easily in a minute, but before we do that, let's see the farm working. Now the way the farm works, that whenever this sheep eats the grass, a signal will be sent to this observer that this block has changed because it has turned into dirt, meaning this observer will send a signal into this block, powering the redstone dust, which is then powering the dispenser, dispensing out the share onto the sheep, sharing it. And then because of the hopper minecart we have down here, the hopper minecart will of course pick up the wool that's going to be dropped, and the wool is then going to end up within this chest. But anyways, now that I've shown you how to build one of these, expanding this is very easy. So anyways, to expand this, you will pretty much just have to copy what you have built so far right next to it. So we could for example copy this to the right by simply breaking out these 4 blocks right here, adding an observer within here, dispenser on top of here with then the redstone dust behind it. Then we will have to dig these blocks 3 more down, and then of course add ourselves yet another chest with then a hopper going into the chest, then a railing on top of that hopper with then a hopper minecart on top of that hopper. We will then have to fill in these blocks, add a trapdoor right here, and then of course just cover this dispenser in blocks, and then get ourselves yet another sheep within here. Now I'm not sure if you saw it while I was building this part of the farm, but as you can see, the sheep ended up eating the ground, and when they did that, the wool got dispensed, and you saw that once more. So if you now look into this chest, we have gotten wood inside this chest, and this sheep actually ended up eating this ground too. However, we do not have any shares inside it yet, meaning this farm did not work because it was not completed. But what I can do now is just add shares into here, and then the second part of this farm is also done. Now also to briefly state, if you want to get a different color than just white, as this farm has worked, we will obviously have gotten ourselves some grey dye because this sheep had a grey wool. And similarly, we can do the same right here. So if we get ourselves a white wool sheep inside of here, we can simply color it to be lime instead. And now whenever this part of the farm will start working, this sheep will drop lime wool. So anyways guys, that is how to make a very easy and very efficient wool farm in Minecraft that's also expandable. So anyways guys, that was it for this one. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about how this farm works or anything like that, feel free to leave them down below and I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.